So you heard about WildFit and now you have a lot of questions. Is it just glorified keto? Is it just glorified paleo? Is it actually something different that's gonna work? Can I do it if I'm vegan or vegetarian? Can I do it if I refuse to ever give up meat? Can I do it if I have an injury or a health condition? Can I do it if I refuse to exercise? Can I do it if I refuse to count calories and macros and all of those sort of things? Are you gonna make me buy supplements? These are the questions that I get on a weekly basis as a WildFit coach. So in this video, I'm going to be answering all of those questions and so much more. If you don't know me, hello, my name is Shayna. I went through the WildFit challenge starting in March of 2020. I lost about 17 or 18 pounds during the challenge, and I've lost another 17 or 18 pounds since then. I overcame lifelong digestive issues and had a bunch of other health benefits from the program. So then I became a WildFit coach, and now I help people heal their relationship with food. If you're into that sort of stuff, subscribe down below and click the bell to get notified whenever I post. So I guess the place to start is with the question, what is WildFit? WildFit is a food psychology and nutrition program. The challenges that I run are either 14 days or 90 days. 14 days is not about changing what you eat, it's about changing your relationship with food. And the 90-day challenge starts with those 14 days of changing your relationship with food and then goes into 11 weeks of nutrition training, helping you build good habits, helping you switch over what you eat, and helping your body switch over from a sugar-burning metabolism to a fat-burning metabolism. The next question that I get is a little more specific from person to person, but I'm just going to combine some groups together here so it makes sense. And the question basically is, can I do this if blank, or will this help me if blank? So it could be, can I do this if I'm pregnant? Can I do this if I'm breastfeeding? Can I do this if I'm an athlete? Can I do this if I'm really overweight? Can I do this with this health challenge, with this injury? Can I do this with whatever's going on in your life specifically? I've seen people with everything I just mentioned go through the program and see incredible results. I've seen people who are breastfeeding, who are pregnant, who have kidney problems, who have no gallbladder, who are marathon runners, who are 200 pounds overweight, like whatever kind of person you can think of, I've seen them go through the challenge and get really good results. I've seen people go through with no weight to lose, just trying to get rid of depression, and it worked. I've seen people go through with tons of weight to lose and lose over 100 pounds, not in the 90 days. They lost some of it in the 90 days and then continued on because it's a sustainable program, it's not a diet. So usually my answer is yes, it can work for you. If you have a health challenge or something, you always want to contact your doctor because I'm not a doctor. But I've never just met someone and said, no, you can't do the program or it wouldn't work for you. The other question that I get asked all the time is this just glorified keto or paleo or Whole30 or insert whatever other diet name you can think of? And the answer is no, absolutely not. First of all, we don't give you do eat and don't eat lists at the very beginning. So that's how those diets work usually. You see keto, paleo, Whole30, whatever else, and they'll be like, this is what you eat, this is what you don't eat. That's it. Figure it out. Go have fun, like use your willpower, and good luck. That doesn't work, right? Behavioral change does not work that way. You cannot, unless you're one of the 3% of people who actually see success on these diets, and that is a real statistic, you cannot do that. You cannot overhaul your life in one day. It's not going to stick. It's just like New Year's resolutions. You will quit on it. And so we don't do that because why would we do something that we know doesn't work? So instead what we do is, first of all, we deal with your psychology. When you have strong attachments to food and you don't know why, and you aren't even consciously aware of it, and you have nostalgia and memories and rules and all of these things around food that you have no awareness of, it's going to be very difficult for you to change any sort of relationship with food. So first of all, we get you aware of what's going on, and then we help you realize how to change it, and then we start to change it. We don't start changing things in terms of like, here, take this out of your diet until week 3 of the challenge. We take 2 full weeks to just teach you things and get you to realize what's going on. We also teach about advertising and marketing and how that's influencing your choices and, all the stuff that's put into your food to increase your appetite and all sorts of stuff like that. So we deal with the reason that you're having health challenges in the first place. We deal with the reason you can't give up the foods and the reasons those other diets won't work. And then we start to change things. So there's so much psychology, there's so much of a deep understanding of behavioral change and how to actually make that effective for you. And we deal with other things too. It's very difficult to go into a health program and try to change what you're eating if you're sleeping 3 hours a night, or if you have ridiculously elevated cortisol because you're stressed all the time, or if you have insulin resistance. We deal with the root causes that mess everything up, so then it's easier for you to actually make the changes that'll make the difference because you're not fighting your biology and your biochemistry and all of that. There's no required HIIT or weight training or cardio or whatever else you're thinking of. We do recommend movement at certain points of the program, but that could be as simple as walking. And at that point of the program, we're pretty far in. You're probably going to have more energy than you did at the beginning of the program anyway. So a lot of people find that they want to exercise. They have more energy. They want to do something with it. Is this going to be you sell me one thing and then you try to sell me a million things? Or I also get, is this MLM? Like, once I buy it, are you going to try to make me sell it? And the answer to both of those is no. It's not MLM. I, if I'm honest, paid a lot to become a coach. So it's not like you do the program and then I'm going to try to get you to sell it. That's not how it works at all. And then we don't sell supplements. WildFit doesn't sell supplements. I don't sell supplements. You can get most of what you need from your food if you're eating a really well-balanced diet and you're getting a lot of good stuff in. The only things that I will recommend for my clients from time to time is magnesium and vitamin C. I would say I only recommend them to about 5% of my clients, and it's only if they're struggling in the program. A lot of my clients actually get off their supplements because they realize, oh, I don't need this anymore. I feel better. What do you eat? What do you eat? What don't you eat? Where's the list? Where's the Whole30 and paleo type list of do's and don'ts? And as I explained earlier, that's not how we do things. It doesn't work. We're not going to overwhelm you with a big list of do's and don'ts. It's just not how the program works because it's not sustainable. It will overwhelm you. You will quit early. We're not going to do that. So what I will say is we eat food and we don't eat non-foods. It's based on species. It's based on the human diet, what we've eaten for so long, what our species is used to, what we're good at digesting, what we're good at absorbing nutrients from. And that's it. We eat food. We take out things that aren't food. Very simple. I have no willpower. I've failed at every other diet I've ever tried. I've failed at every health program I've ever tried. I failed at Weight Watchers or paleo or keto, whatever you've done. How do I know this is going to work for me? And my answer is it will work because it works for over 90% of people. That's our statistic compared to the 3% that normal other diets have. Shouldn't say normal. This should be the normal, not the diets that don't work. It's designed in a way to not let you fail. So you just have to show up and you'll get results. You'll see progress. It's not based on willpower. It's not based on forcing yourself into counting or exercise or anything difficult and unsustainable. It's about little changes over time and you will be successful. And if you don't believe that, try to take my belief for it. Because I didn't believe I would be successful in this program either, and I was, and that's what I hear from so many of my clients is the same thing. Sorry, I'm backwards on the camera, so I can't tell which way to swoop my hair. I mean, I'm living proof. If you want to see my before and after pictures, send me a message, Instagram or email, and I'll send them to you. Like, it works. And you can talk to my clients too. If you want, I'll recommend some to talk to, but it'll work for you. How much weight will I lose? So this question depends on a ton of different factors. First of all, how much weight do you have to lose? Because I've had people come into the program with no weight to lose at all, and that's not their goal. Like I said earlier, their goals were to deal with depression or to help them in their endurance training and weightlifting and marathon running, all sorts of things like that. So If you have a lot of weight to lose, you'll lose more weight. If you have less weight to lose, you'll lose less weight. How much will you lose and how long will it take depends on how strictly you adhere to the program. It depends a little bit on your genetics and epigenetics. The person who lost the least in one of my challenges, because she had no weight to lose coming in, still lost 10 pounds. And then I've had someone lose up to 30 pounds in the 90-day. And I've seen people after the 90 days continue on with the program and lose over 100 pounds. So you can lose as much as you want, and it just takes a little bit of time, but it's completely doable. I've lost 35, so, you know, whatever you want to lose, you can lose. Can I do the program if I'm vegan or vegetarian? My answer is yes. My answer is also, it's going to be a little more difficult for you. My answer is also, if you are vegan or vegetarian, you are used to eating being a little more difficult for you. So I used to be vegan. I've done vegan and pescatarian throughout my life. I'm not anymore. I got used to bringing my own food to dinner parties and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I got used to asking for substitutions at restaurants and that sort of thing. So, you know, I've heard a lot of meat eating WildFit coaches say, yeah, it's difficult for vegetarians and vegans, and my thinking is yes, it's a little more difficult, but so is normal day-to-day life without WildFit. You have to be willing to stand up for yourself and willing to advocate for what you want to eat and what you don't want to eat, and that's no different for WildFit or non-WildFit. So there are about 550 people that I know of who have gone through WildFit as vegan or vegetarian. I only know of them because they're in a Facebook group. If you work with a coach, well, I won't speak for all coaches, but if you work with me, I definitely help the vegans and vegetarians get through it and have a little bit of a different track than everyone else. I help them understand different things about beans and lentils and all sorts of stuff. It's possible. Get yourself a coach that understands how to help you. What happens after the 90 days? And the answer to this depends. For some people, that's it. They just end the 90 days and they go about their life and they've made a bunch of changes and, you know, they incorporate that into their life however they want, to whatever degree they want. 100%, 0%, like they decide. I would say I've never seen someone do it 0% because you spend so long building habits that they do stick. Some people want a little more help, so there is a program called Living WildFit, which I think is like 27 USD, United States dollars a month, and that gives you extra support through WildFit. And then I offer as a coach to my clients extra support, different sort of packages if they want to continue on just having weekly coaching with me, monthly coaching, something like that, some sort of check-ins. But a lot of people don't do that. They just finish the program and that's enough. They've got what they needed and then they carry on with their life. So it's up to you. Well, I have to count macros, calories, carbs, fat, whatever you can think of. No, you don't have to count anything. We're not going to make you download any apps or any special journals to track everything. It's not like that. You eat when you're hungry, you stop when you're full, and we help you reset your hormones and your metabolism so you're actually full. If you've never felt fullness, which is a real thing, if your hunger signals are out of balance, like you will start to feel full. You will have days where you're like, wow, I'm just not hungry. Like, this is what it feels like to not be hungry, to not be craving things all the time. So no, you're not going to track anything. We're not going to ask you to. I'm not going to ask you to. It's not part of the program. I'm really into intuitive eating. No calculator knows how you feel better than you do. Will this program help me stop stress eating or emotional eating? Yes. That is a topic we talk about a lot in WildFit. We start talking about it during the first week and we continue all the way into the last week. We give you strategies, we help you overcome that, we help you realize why you're doing it, we help create awareness around it, and yes, it does help. It's a big point in the program, it's a big point of focus, and it's something I really work with my clients on. Are you going to make me fast? Are you going to make me eat within a 6-hour window, 8-hour window, 12-hour window? No. So fasting is not a required part of WildFit. We do talk about fasting, and there is an optional fast if you want to do it. Most of my clients don't do it, and it's definitely not required. Will I be hungry all the time? No. The answer is no. If you're hungry, you need to eat. That's how our program works. That's how WildFit works. You will not be hungry all the time. Again, we're not going to tell you to restrict macros, calories, any sort of thing like that. If you're hungry, you eat. What if the scheduled live calls don't work with my schedule? So this depends. I record all of my calls and then I post them in a private Facebook group with my clients. So if you miss a call, you can always access it there. And then if you're one of my clients, I can always talk to you in the Facebook group or give you suggestions if you can't make it to the live calls. I do base my live call times around the group. So when I get people signed up, I ask them when they can make it, and then I try to get a time where every single person can make it. You'll have recordings of the calls, and all of the videos from Eric are pre-recorded, so you can access everything on your own schedule. It doesn't have to be at the exact time every day. Is it better to do WildFit in a group or one-on-one with a coach? My answer is it depends. It depends what you want. It depends what you like. It depends how you learn. This is a really personal question. I did it in a group. I like doing it in a group. I like the support of having a group. Usually group classes are less expensive as well, but I do have some one-on-one clients and they like it like that. They want it to be private. They want access to me on a more intimate basis. And if that's something you're concerned about, reach out to me and I'll tell you like what I think for you based on what you say you're doing the program for. Okay, so is WildFit worth it and why is it so expensive? These are questions that I see online a lot and I get asked them from time to time, but my answer is pretty simple. It's what are you comparing it to? If you're comparing WildFit's price to a $15 diet book that isn't going to work, that you're going to read half of and do for 3 days and then quit on, yeah, WildFit's more expensive than that because it works, because it's effective, because it's valuable, because there's a lot of work that goes into it as a coach and as the team who created it. I'm not a part of that team, but Eric's team who created it, like there was a lot of stuff that went into that, which cost money. But then look at the other side of the spectrum. If you compare it to my clients who are now off of insulin, which costs thousands of dollars a year, it's not expensive. If you're comparing it to the copays you pay for your doctors and the thousands you pay for prescriptions that you might not need if you heal yourself, it's not expensive. If you're comparing it to things that don't work from, that sort of diet mentality, it's gonna look really pricey. But if you're comparing it to everything that this could save you on potential health consequences, it's the best financial decision you could ever make. Not even just in finances, like in terms of the mental health stuff and the physical health stuff that you're going to save yourself from, it's not expensive at all. And it also depends who you buy it from. WildFit has one price. I think Mindvalley has a different price right now. And then the coaches set our own prices. So what are you getting? What are you going to do with it? How is it going to impact your life long term? And then is it really that expensive? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have other questions, please leave them below in the comments. I'll probably make a part 2 of this because there's a lot of other questions I get asked, but just not as frequently as the ones I answered here. Also, you can get my ebook down below. You can email me to learn about WildFit, sign up for a class. You can go on Instagram and find me to ask about WildFit and sign up for a class. There are links down below to sign up directly, but that's from WildFit, so if you do that, you're not going to have me as a coach. That's just signing up directly through WildFit. If you want to go through with coaching from me, you have to contact me directly. So you can do that. You can get my ebook for free. You can join my Facebook group. There's all sorts of cool stuff down in the description. Please subscribe, like, and let me know what else you want to see on this channel. And I will see you next time.